Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Tech K3. Today, let us see the new amazing next generation update of Fedora operating system, that is Fedora 34. Fedora Workstation 34 is the latest version of our leading edge operating system, and this time there are major improvements heading your way. It is updated to latest GNOME 40 version. The first thing you notice as you log into the GNOME 40 desktop is that you are now taken directly to a redesigned overview screen. You will notice that the dash bar has moved to the bottom of the screen. Another major change to GNOME 40 is the virtual workspaces are now horizontal, which brings GNOME more in line with most other desktops out there and should thus make getting used to GNOME and Fedora easier for new users. Before diving into the every aspect of it, let's quickly see the installation of Fedora in VM VirtualBox. Search for Fedora in browser and go to official website, then click on Fedora Workstation. You can also use Fedora IoT product or Fedora server. Then download 64-bit Fedora through the link. If you want to use Fedora as your primary OS, then download Fedora Media Writer so that we can use it to make bootable USB drive.
A few minutes later.
The ISO file is completely downloaded. Let's install it in VM VirtualBox. Open VirtualBox and click New, then name it as Fedora, select 32 or 64-bit. Set the RAM to at least 2 GB, don't change any settings. Change the storage to 20 GB. Go to Settings, Advanced tab, set Shared Clipboard and drag drop to bidirectional. Then go to System, set hard disk to first and optical to second, then go to Processor tab, select CPU to Atlas 2, enable PAANX feature, now go to Display, set video memory to 128 MB. Let's start the machine. Select the downloaded Fedora ISO file and click Start. Press Enter and installation starts. The Fedora operating system is correctly installed. Let's dive into every aspect of Fedora 34. You can see the UI is completely changed. The dash now separates favorite and non-favorite running apps. This makes it clear which apps have been favorited and which haven't. Window thumbnails have been improved and now have an app icon over each one to help identification. App launcher drag and drop has been improved to make it easier to customize the arrangement of the app grid. Toolbox is a great tool for creating development environments that are isolated from your host system, and it has seen lots of improvements for Fedora 34. For instance, they have done a lot of work into improving the key system integration for Toolbox to avoid breakages in our stack causing Toolbox to stop working. They have also improved Boxes app. GNOME Boxes is an application in GNOME desktop environment which enables you to virtually access various operating systems. While Virt Manager does a very good job as a virtual machine management software, it's very much tailored for system administration and virtual machines. Boxes, on the other hand, is targeted towards a typical desktop end user who wants either a very safe and easy way to try out new operating systems or new versions of his favorite operating systems, or needs to connect to a remote machine. Fedora Workstation has been using BTRFS as its default file system since Fedora 33. BTRFS is a modern file system that is developed by many companies and projects. Workstation's adoption of BTRFS came about through fantastic collaboration between Facebook and the Fedora community. Based on user feedback so far, people feel that BTRFS provides a snappier and more responsive experience compared with the old AXT4 file system. With Fedora 34, new workstation installs now use BTRFS transparent compression by default. This saves significant disk space compared with uncompressed BTRFS, often in the range of 20 to 40%. It also increases the lifespan of SSDs and other flash media. Fedora 34 ships with the Linux 5.11 kernel, which adds support for newer CPUs, GPUs and storage devices, and even initial support for AMD Van Gogh APU and Green Sardine APU devices. Another interesting improvement is that Systemd OMD is now the default. This is a new daemon that provides better resource handling of processes when out-of-memory OOM situations arise. This will recover from out-of-memory situations before the system hangs. Then coming to GNOME 40, without a doubt, the spotlight for Fedora 34 is on GNOME 40. This is accentuated by the fact that Ubuntu 21.04 was recently released without the latest version of the open-source desktop. The shortlist of GNOME 40 improvements includes multi-line icon labels now supported in GNOME Shell Grid. The application grid now scrolls horizontally. Search feature support in Native Extensions app. The coveted horizontal workspace navigation. Better sorting of Wi-Fi connections. Improvements to the GNOME calendar. Coming again to Toolbox, a lot of work has been put into the RHAL integration in Toolbox, which means that you can easily set up a containerized RHAL environment on a Fedora system, and thus conveniently do development for RHAL servers and cloud instances. Creating a RHAL environment on Fedora is now as easy as running Toolbox create distro RHAL release 8.4. This gives you the advantage of an up-to-date desktop which supports the latest hardware, while being able to do RHAL targeted development in a way that feels completely native. I tested that beta and found it to be a remarkable step forward for Fedora Linux. I called it a game changer. First, there's GNOME 40, which turns this particular open-source desktop workflow into a thing of beauty. Although I already felt GNOME had a pretty decent workflow, everything changes with this latest iteration. Switching from the vertical to horizontal layout might seem like a small change, but it's quite profound in how well it ups the efficiency of the desktop. The first desktop impression is pleasant. If you are using the default GNOME 40 Workstation edition, you get a quick tour of the desktop. The Tour app is part of the GNOME 40 desktop. The performance is improved definitely since the prior releases. The GNOME 40 desktop brings additional performance improvements across the desktop while presenting to you a completely different desktop experience. After using GNOME over the years, I felt this version of the Fedora and GNOME combination is the fastest among all. The carefully packaged desktop with Fedora's chooses modules gives GNOME 40 a different and favorable experience. There's also the change in sound daemons. With Fedora 34, Pulse Audio has been replaced by Pipewire. This is a much welcome change given how problematic Pulse Audio has been over the years. However, Pipewire is so new that you might find some applications require work to get them to function properly. And then there's Wayland. Although Fedora has used Wayland as its default X server for a bit, this latest release makes it possible for cloud servers to run remotely accessible desktops. I always find that the same desktop environment performance seems different in various Linux distributions despite they are the same. For example, XFCE seems slower in Xubuntu than in Vanilla Arch installed despite they are the same desktop. It is the underlying Linux distribution that makes the difference and how good they are packaged together. Fedora is always developer-friendly Linux distribution. Fedora 34 preloads all necessary development packages and also provides you several developer-friendly spins for core development even if you are a student. Coming to new features of this version. Among all the new features, I feel the following ones are really standing apart. Defaulting to Wayland for KDE Plasma. GNOME already defaulting to Wayland. Pipewire sound daemon replacing the good Pulse Audio for better performance, features, and security. A new tiling window manager Spin i3. ZSTD compression is made as default when using BTRFS, enabling faster read-write performance while saving disk space significantly. Defaulting to System OOMD daemon for better handling of out-of-memory situations. Overall, in both real hardware and virtual machines, RAM usage varies between 35 to 38% of total available during idle state. CPU usage remained within 10%. Thus we can easily use Fedora in low-end PC that it can be used in low-RAM PC. It boosts much faster with its latest ZSTD compression and use it for penetration testing, hacking and many more. Finally, we can say one thing, Fedora has become game changer by this version Fedora 34 with GNOME 40. If our video helped you, do like and share it with your friends. Because sharing is caring. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for more interesting videos.